let's change channels to Lower Decks. We just finished their second season.
I seen it.
But what were your thoughts on the second season, Michael?
I liked it.
That's it.
It was goom. It was very goom. Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Not for babies.
I almost said that.
Oh, yeah. This is twice now that I've watched a Star Trek episode semi in public where I had to slam it shut so no one would know.
No one would see.
Yeah. It was noticeable how much they pushed the envelope a lot more than the first season, than in a couple of scenes in this one. But it also was like super funny, and I especially like the last couple of episodes. I mean, I thought it just overall, I thought it was great. I'm sorry, I'm just jumping in here. I thought overall, it was great.
I was done.
No, okay.
I said that I liked it and it was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But how do you feel about the beluga whales?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, the cetacean ops. That was awesome.
You look sweaty.
Cetacean ops, yeah.
So
everybody at home, Muhammad is wearing a cetacean ops shirt.
He's got it.
Check that out. Yeah, you see that, Sirach? How cool is that? Anyway, sorry, was it you, Katie? Were you talking?
Anne Marie was.
Okay. I was helping with the To Proudly Go viewing parties on Saturdays for Lower Decks specifically. And so we were playing the finale this week. And I have never heard so much cheering for a Star Trek episode than when the beluga whales were on screen. It was so adorable. It was just like, first of all,
they were sassy too, huh? Yeah. I loved them. They were super sassy.
And the party was like standing room only by the finale week. So like this show is totally caught on and it's really blown up and like appealing to everybody. It's so fun to see.
And were they flirting with Rutherford? It seemed like you're
very strongly.
I think so.
Yeah, hop that sweaty body in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You look sweaty.
Beluga whales were already one of my favorite animals. And then the second I saw them, I was like, this is going to be my favorite.
Oh my gosh. I just love that one is named Matt. So cute.
Like I said, it was very goom.
That's French for good, I bet.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you should know.
Oh yeah, shoot. It's not French for good, actually. It's not at all.
Well, then why you keep saying it to me all the time?
I don't know. But I don't know. Sirach, you and I have talked about Lower Decks quite a bit on our review show, The Seventh Rule, by the way. Before we get to that, everybody at home, Katie's got Radar and Doppler. If she gets a third kitty sibling, what should the cat's name be? Okay, so give us that right now in the live chat.
That's a very good question.
That's the forecast. Doppler, Radar, forecast.
Yeah. See, if I don't find a guy in the next 5 years, I'm just going to get every cat that I see. So it'll probably happen.
Yeah, so Sirach, we kind of went over and said just about everything that we ever wanted to say about Lower Decks. But any final thoughts on season 2? And yes, one final acknowledgement: Doppler radar forecast. That's a very fun. That's very fun.
That's a front runner right now.
So, what do you think, Sirach? Any final thoughts on the season?
It's a good show. It's fun to watch. It's easy on the eyes. It's easy on the ears. They go for certain kind of adult humor in situations, which is funny, and it works. And the show has really quickly grown on me as far as, looking forward to watching it and enjoying the time that I am. It passes by really quickly. And sometimes you have to rewind stuff just to get it, or to catch stuff that you're looking for. So, I mean, I like the animation too. The animation is really well done. The characters are just enough, not too realistic looking, but realistic enough. And the exterior shots are first class, in my opinion. So, yeah, this show, like I've said before, Ryan, I think it's going to be like the longest running Star Trek show, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It has the potential
really
for
hope
that.
It is.
It's entirely possible. I mean, it seems like right now it's going to go on as long as they want it to, really. Right.
The actors just never seem to age.
Crazy.
It's a real Simpsons Bob's Burgers situation.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, I love that you mentioned the animation style, because that really is like make or break for me. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know, Star Trek Prodigy, I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to make it through this, because like the 3D motion. Now, Lower Decks is the perfect version of animation in my mind.
It looks like you've got a Prodigy background, do you?
It is the Witch's Broom Nebula, but it could end up being in the show. Who knows?
Because those are the colors that are predominant in Prodigy, and like the title sequence. It was using that kind of turquoise and magenta.
Yeah, it's a nice color combo. I think it looks good, but you know, the 3D animation, and I'm just like, so.
By the way, Chuck,
and I'm going to Katie. I think you said something important.
I was just going to say real quick that Chuck A and the live chat, I don't know if this was on purpose or by accident, but when we were talking about cat names, he said Dupler. And I don't know if he meant Doppler, but like Dupler is a good one because that's a Lower Decks.
That's hilarious.
Because that would be a duplicate of Doppler would be a Dupler.
Yes!
Like in the Lower Decks.
Oh, wow.
That's adorable.
That could work.
I don't know if it was on purpose or by accident, but that is solid. Anyway, what were you saying, Sirach?
No, I think Katie said something that was important, and
I did. Yay!
Yeah, I mean, no, I thought you had important to me, and because it resonated with me as far as that's how I feel about something. And what you said was the animation in the new one. You're hesitant or questioning how well you're going to accept it based on what you visually are seeing. And I had that same kind of thought in the back of my head when I first saw it. I was saying to myself, am I going to buy this? You know, like, is it going to be, are they selling me with this particular anime? Because sometimes there's certain animation that maybe it looks too kiddie or non-believable or something. I don't know what it is, but it's just not pleasant on the eye. And it's just doesn't allow you to sell the story. So I'm not sure if that's going to work for me. That's what I'm saying. The other one, the new show.
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Exactly.
Yeah, Prodigy.
Yeah, and I noticed that Lower Decks, and we talked about this before, it seemed like they had two completely different animation teams for the ship interiors and the interiors of buildings and the interiors of everything, and a totally different group that did the exteriors, like the beautiful spacescapes, you know, like of the ships flying by, and you know, the anomalies and the planets and all that really looked amazing. I mean, the interiors were cool. They're great. They're easy. They weren't too stylized, you know, Strzok, like kind of how you mentioned, like I do get taken out too if something is too stylized in their animation. But it was totally fine. It was totally good. But the exteriors were like mind blowing. So fingers crossed for Prodigy.
Yeah.
And
I think we should. Go ahead. No, I was going to say, the thing I really loved about this season was just the character growth too. I mean, so I already liked the characters, but just the growth in each one of them too was very moving. And I think we talked about this last week too. Just they're just nice people. All of them, really. They're just nice people.
Love that point that you made. Yeah. Like they are so nice, and they have like very good intentions. And I'm really starting to care about like even the ancillary characters and the main crew. Yeah. It's just beautiful. But I just wanted to mention too that if you follow, I'm putting it in the live chat, at Westlake79 on Twitter, he's posting, I guess he's the composer and conductor for the studio orchestra. And he's posting a bunch of like behind the scenes studio recordings of them doing the music for the scenes in specific episodes, which are really fun to watch. So I dropped the link at Westlake79. And then also really fast, I did not realize that Dawn Lewis is currently on Broadway right now doing playing the mother for Tina Turner in the Tina Turner musical. She's so fantastic. So if you're in the neighborhood, she's just amazing to see on stage.
Yeah, so Dawn Lewis, everybody at home, she was in a different world. Can't remember the character name at the moment. Amory, you know it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us.
I can't remember.
Okay. Anyway,
but I was just like,
she was like the roommate. Like,
yeah,
right?
she was the older roommate lady. Yeah, and she also plays the captain in Lower Decks, Captain Freeman. So that's how that is relevant. And you're saying she's on Broadway right now, huh?
Yes, which that makes Marina Kravchuk told me. Well, we should have guessed that because that's why she was hosting the Prodigy panel at New York Comic Con, where she professed her love for Chakotay, like her crush in the 90s watching Voyager. But that makes sense. She just walked over a few blocks and did the panel and then walked back to Broadway. She's just amazing.
Wow.
Imagine going to the stage door after in a Lower Decks uniform and just standing out all these social elites.
People have said they might do that.
I kind of want to.
I mean, I feel like she would appreciate it because it appears that she really does like Star Trek.
You're just, Captain, hello.
So cute.
Weird looks from everyone else.
David Gregory tells us.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
No, you said it first.
David Gregory says that Dawn Lewis was Jaleesa.
Jaleesa.
That was the character. And every time I hear Jaleesa, I think of, what was her name? Whitney? She would be like, Jaleesa. Whitley, Jaleesa.
Whitley.
Oh my gosh. Didn't you watch that? Didn't you see season 4?
Yeah. And 1. Anyway. Any other final thoughts on Lower Decks season 2?
Thumbs up.
I'm just going to keep rewatching it until there's season 3.
Not in public, though.
Not in public. I've learned that lesson in an airport, nonetheless. So
edgier than Sex in the City.
Yeah, I watched the Mocklin orgy episode of the Orville at the Phoenix airport. Insecurity.
Look at Ryan's face.
Help me.
Wow.
Exotic.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's what they thought was happening.
One thing I did want to say really quickly was that I noticed that 10 episodes is a season now for new shows. And I think eight for the first season of Discovery, if I'm not mistaken, but it was something like that.
Discovery, I think it was the other way.
It was a half season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Discovery had a half season that was 8 or 9, and then it extended up to 15. But yeah, you're right. It seemed like that. Yeah.
It's more the British TV show model. Hopefully it doesn't get as bad as Sherlock. You get 3 episodes every 4 years.
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
I would cry.
I think Disco's listed for 11 episodes this new season. We'll see.
Short.
I'm
I like it.
I'm just saying, under today's standards, that means the old shows did 15 seasons.
Oh my gosh, I know.
True.
I can't even
it's true.
imagine.
Good point.
And they were so good.
Yeah. Or 17
I like it.
seasons.
They can put more into each episode now. So
well,
you don't have all those filler episodes.
Yeah, but those filler episodes, as we're seeing when we're reviewing Deep Space Nine, Sirach and I on the 7th Rule, we're noticing that you get some of the best moments in those filler episodes, these bottle episodes, and you don't really remember them, from 20 years ago. But when you rewatch them, you're like, wow, this is a really good episode. There's so much character growth. There's so much fun, intricate little things. But nowadays, everybody kind of clamors a bit for what happened to the 26 episodes. Okay, those are gone and they're never coming back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is with Star Trek is that if they're going to have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 series going at the same time, then that means you'll still have Star Trek year round. It'll just be 10 episodes, I mean, if you have 5 series going and they're each doing 10 episodes, that's enough for a year round. And I'm sure that's kind of the goal.
Yeah. I watched for the filler. So Lower Decks is giving me the filler that I was missing for sure.
How dare you call it filler?
I was going to say, Lower Decks isn't filler.
Right now it's
boo her! Boo this girl! Boo!
I'm just there for the filler. The pillar filler.
Okay.
DS9 Meridian, that was filler.
Oh, you're
that
right.
was That's the one we always kind of bring up as an example of the other.
It's no Precious Cargo, but yeah.
So if that was filler, what's Threshold?
Well, yes,
we're not watching it. We're not watching it.
Yeah, that's
versus filler.
Sure.
Yeah, I wonder.
Special release is fun, but that Meridian, that was just not fun.
That's what it is. Is sometimes there are episodes that are so bad or have such bad aspects to them that they actually become fan favorites in a weird way, like cult classics, right?
Totally.
And it's definitely happened with Threshold. But Alan Moraine.
Oh yeah, there's like an Alan Moraine music video now on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I have to post that to someone.
It's so bad, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad,